Download the Domino's app.
You boys know I couldn't just leave it at that. Oh, man. All right, let's see if we can get this shit going today. Sorry for the shit we had earlier. Pretty sure I've got most of it ironed out here. Let me know if the mic sounds good again and video looks good. Ho-ho! There we go. Sup, my dudes? Boys, I apologize for all these weird, little bit of live stream difficulties we've had going on here. I apologize for that. Live streaming can get a little complicated, man. Because, like, everything affects everything, you know? What's up, boys? We on a little reflexy. Reflexy's a fun time. What's up, Isaac? Get my stoppy game back down in this game. Whip. Dude says, whip. What are you doing? Whip. Alright, I'll throw you a fatty. Hold on. I'll throw you a fatty. Dude wants the whips out here, bro. I'll tell you what, man. Yeah, let me know if chat if the audio sounds good. I was having a terrible issue in the stream earlier today where it was giving me like some weird popping. So let me know if everything sounds good in chat and we'll get this ball rolling here, my dudeskies. That's like just one way to whip in the game too. There's about 350 different ways to do it. It's good. Oh my God, thank God. Dudes, over these past like 5 or 6 live streams, all I've been doing is like downloading, re-downloading, reinstalling, changing this, trying to change that, new modem, re-download drivers to this and that, and plug things in different USB ports, and oh my God. When something's not working like it should and you can't really pinpoint it, it gets a little tricky. Oh, there's a little weird reflex pop off there. Every once in a while you'll kind of barely bump shoulders and pop off like that. The easiest track known to mankind here. We'll just overjump that shit. What's up, my dudes? Trying to get some of these live stream kinks ironed out here. Oh my God, the AI going in for the kill. Damn. I'm gonna be like Cincerillo. Dude, he's like, I got stole his girlfriend or something. What the hell? Damn. Hey, I actually like that I popped off there at the start, or this race would have been kind of boring. If you get the whole shot on reflex and you even like have half of a, oh my dear Lanta. If you even have half of a brain and you like, you get the whole shot, it's pretty much not even a race. By the way, these dudes are on all time, obviously. I feel like whoa. God, this is a collision-ass race here. What the hell? I swear to God, I've never had so much collision in in the first lap ever in this game. So much so much extra skill gap to the reflex as far as like trying to keep your momentum going forward and not letting that ass end slide at all. This game has a really good, oh my God. This game has a really good system of where it's like you can slide some, but at the same time, it's not like this weird feeling like you slide the exact same way every time. So it's an interesting dynamic of trying to figure out if you're sliding too much, if you're sliding enough. It's kind of hard to even explain that, but I'm on the 360 version of, oh shit. I'm on the 360 version of Reflex right now, by the way. And I have the HUD turned off, so I can't see which direction the Reflex arrow goes. Oh, man. Let's get ahead of these little boys here. Okay, we all knew that was going to happen. I'm telling you what, dog, that AI, whoever designed the AI in Reflex was like, dude, you know what? I'm going to cheese these dudes and just dive bomb, have the AI just literally heat-seeking missile dive bomb every time they see you on the track. It's kind of interesting how they're like that in this game. All right. Think I got around all these guys finally here. Had a couple weird little pop-offs there. Not really sure what the hell that was. Oh, my... These guys are insane. This is like starting to get comical at this point, dude. It's like they have a brain. It's weird. Most of the time, AI is not going to just constantly like literally troll dive bomb you like that. It doesn't do that in any other motocross game. Like, I think that's kind of cool about Reflex. But yeah, Reflex could have definitely had probably another level of difficulty above all time. Like, you know, Pastrana, legendary. You know, could have had another level there, but the skill gap of Reflex is just so big that it's like you can just run away from the AI if you get out in front of them, you know. Certainly on the tracks that have bigger rhythms and stuff like that. Pretty sure it's a big-ass jump right here. Yeah, you can almost jump all that. Boys, I think we finally got the stream going consistent here. Holy nuts. There's that big whippersnapper. He's just a young little whippersnapper. It's cool how the terrain deformation in this game, like it's there, but it's not like concrete, you know? So you can kind of go in and out of it and giggity. And just a good time, dude. It's just a fun time, just a fun game. The GOAT, you know what it is. Just a little fun action. Holy, woo! That is tricky trying to figure out, let my dog spaz out real quick. That is tricky trying to figure out which direction to hit when you get Reflex when you have the HUD turned off, because you really got to look at the rider itself, you know, like which direction he kind of folds up into, and that's where you kind of got to lean accordingly. Got the old pupper popping off. It's all good. He's like, I need a treat, bruh. Yeah, it's been a while since I've really mobbed on Reflex, getting my shit back down. Like that right there, railing all the way around the outside. Yeah, at least you don't see the AI doing any rubber banding. Yeah. Yeah, that's big. It's big time for sure. Boys, I appreciate you tuning into the stream. Sorry, we've been having some stream complications here. I think I only set this for 5 laps. Surely to goodness we're getting close. I see you boys in chat. I just had to pop off on another stream here. Couldn't let it settle with the way that it was before. Ooh, there's the lines. There's the lines. 20 dudes in the chat. What's up, boys? Sorry, we had some complications there. The stream earlier today. Mike was popping. I was using a different capture card, so I'm pretty sure that was the culprit of that. So back to the old capture card here. We'll see if it lets us stream longer than an hour. Yeah, I do think there is another MX versus ATV game coming out. Holden. I know there was kind of like, you know, they replied to something on Twitter or something, kind of hinting at it a little bit, but and of course we've kind of known, you know. Reflex is fun, the funnest, the most funnest. Reflex the big goat. Try to rut this thing up, brother. They almost could have had another 2 difficulties higher. Like, no joke. But it's just so different from, like, the milestone games, you know? Because they're so, like, the milestone games AI is so much more, you know, single file line, never crash, never really dive bomb you that hard. I don't know. It's like a whole different kind of AI system. Yeah, I do agree. There needs to be more enduro content in these games, no doubt. Yeah, if I don't give these dudes, at least let these dudes take off in front of me, it's just like, you run away from them pretty quick. Alrighty then. The Reflex pulled me off the track. I couldn't do anything. That's interesting when you get the Reflex that it's like pointing in the direction you're not wanting to turn, so then you have to turn that way to not crash, you know. Interesting. We'll get these live streams more consistent, and I'll try to get it all down where... Oh my God, Ricky. Ricky's like, what the hell, Spence? I saw you on that video where you said Villapoto was the GOAT. So I gotta trash you real quick. That's fun. Dude, this AI is just, it's hilarious. Like, let me Superman real quick. Little Kentanzaro. It's insane, though. I mean, it's like they've got the AI to a point in this game where you literally think it's... There's some... I promise you there's some kind of system where it tries to hit you. Like, literally tries to lock on and hit you. I promise you there is some kind of system like that in this game. It happens so much that there has to be. Like, it's to the point where it's not just coincidence anymore, you know? There has to be some kind of system. There's that little triple into that corner. But Reflex is one of those games where you can't just hop right back in and be back where you was in the game. It kind of takes you a minute. Oh, I was trying to do a scrub there. Did a little... Let me fling off the roughness real quick. See if we can get this track rutted up. And Reflex, one of them games you got to be a little more focused on, too. You can't just be, like I'm doing, sitting here looking at chat while I'm playing. Certainly once you start really scooting in this game. We're also trying out the Cowie with a little more top speed here. Definitely noticing you can get some crazy speed going on the Cowie with some top speed on it. Seemed like back in the day, I always had bikes with more acceleration for some reason, but that's definitely not the wave when you get on, certainly the motocross tracks for sure. Oh my God, that roughness. That is badass, dude. Howdy, howdy, brother. Like, just the roughness itself can cause you to crash in this game. Oh, I know, it's crazy. It doesn't happen in a whole lot of new, AAA dirt bike games, but back in these days, you could actually wreck strictly from the roughness. It just doesn't seem like that happens much in these newer games. Like that ruts up the face can throw the bike off track. Like, shit just doesn't affect the bike as much in a lot of those newer games, I've noticed. Man, this may be a track I do need to not have quite as much top speed because it's getting so chopped out. Look at the rut, dog. Holy nuts. Need to pull the tire off. I'm going to pull the tire off real quick. Okay. Had to click something on my phone. Oh my God, this bike is spazzing, dude. Actually spazzing. Interesting. Yeah, that is not the setup for this track. Holy crap. Let me move this screen back just a fucking hair. A little close. Spency boy's a little close to the screen. A little sweaty boy. Okay, let's see. Let's get back on the old trusty Shima. Ooh. Got the little black on it. Takashi. Teriyaki. Let's get on the Blaze, actually. Let's get on a little more wide open track here. I'm trying to let this thing eat, dog. What's the news on Tomac and Yamaha? I have no idea. All I can tell you is Tomac is literally like... I don't know, dude. Literally can't even put it into words at this point. I don't know how he's going that slow in these first 4 outdoor motos. I literally don't know how he's going that slow. So I can come in here like this, right? Get the whole shot. Oh, they tried. They tried. Look at that shit, though. Dive bomb me from the back, dude. Like, holy. But yeah, once you get out front like this, it's just game over. That's like all that there is to those newer milestone games as far as racing the AI. That's a huck fatty. We're hitting the big lines now, dudes and dudeskies. There, hell yeah, dog. That feels so good hitting that like that. Jumping all the way into those rollers and then I think it's like triple, triple, triple or quad triple. And here you got a couple different options. Boy, we're getting that vibe back, baby. We're getting that vibe back. I just thank God that my stream is actually somewhat working now. These are some scrub-ass jumps right here, too. What's up, boys? Just tuning in. Spency boy at the late night streams out here. Sorry for blowing up your notifications today with the stream earlier and then another stream. But, dude, I just had to do it. I was like, I can't just let that sit there like that. But yeah, once you get out front like this, like I say, it's just pretty much... And with the new milestone games, it's like... their AI and the way the tracks are designed, it almost creates like a roadblock. You know, there's just like a roadblock of, that's certainly not an easy jump. It just creates more of like a roadblock where you just can't really get around them no matter how fast you're trying to go. It's going to take a certain amount of time, you know? Whereas Reflex, it's like, as long as you're big hossing, you're going to pass all of them pretty quick, even when you're in the very back of the pack, right? But when you get a game like these milestone games where they don't have quite the skill gap, it's like there's only so much you can do on the bike or on the track or, you know, whatever so unless you pass all up, unless you pull the whole shot in one of the milestone games, like it's going to take you a minute to get up there around everybody on the hardest difficulty, that is. But if Reflex is like, as long as you don't get dive bombed, like, you're fine, dude. But they will certainly try. They will certainly try their little heart out. I kind of like the AI of Reflex. I mean, yeah, it's easier, but I like that feeling of like the AI will actually try to knock you off your block, you know. They'll actually really try to do something unexpected to you. I just feel like the AI in a lot of these modern arcade motocross games are more what you'd call like boring, even though they may stay in a single file line and kind of hold up a little longer, you know, as far as like overall pace. It's just more boring. It's just not as fun racing AI to me in those milestone games. But again, Reflex is, you know, when you get a skill gap like this game, it's going to be hard to make AI that's actually going to, you know, really be at the level that it needs to be. Could you imagine trying to make AI that would actually mob around a track on Reflex? Like, it'd be kind of tough. But yeah, when you pull the whole shot, it's just like this. You can just get out front, and it's not even really a race at that point. But yeah, I'm going to start giving them at least a little bit of a head start here in these next couple races. Woo! Gotta love them snap scrubs, baby. Love me some snap scrubs. Ooh, there's a snap scrub. I don't know if anybody else uses that terminology for it, but it's the only way I can explain this exact kind of scrubbing that you can do only on the 360 version of Reflex. Shit you not, you can't really do it on the PC version of Reflex for some reason. Yeah, you can scrub, and yeah, you can whip on the PC version, but it's just not the same as it is on the 360 version. It's just not quite as aggressive of snapping on the face. No matter how you try to turn and twist and, you know, turn the thumbstick, it's still not going to do it the same way. It's weird. I don't know why the port of Reflex on PC feels so different like that, but it does. And I know that from experience of playing the 360 version for almost every single day for like a 5-year time span there, from like 2010 to 2015. I was playing this game every single day on the 360, and then I went, you know, downloaded the PC version of it once I got into YouTube, and it was like, what the fuck is going on here? That's how I can tell the differences in the feeling on the bike. Same controller, same, you know, everything. It's not like a difference in that sense, but there is a difference to the port itself, which is kind of unexplainable, but of course I've made videos on that before, but I just think a lot of people don't really understand that. You know, they'll only play the PC version of Reflex, and they just don't really know the magic of the feeling of the 360 version. This is where it's at, bro. Yeah, you don't have the custom tracks and the custom gear and all that, which is a big deal, but these stock tracks on Reflex are thank God, are like some of the best in any of these games. So you're going to have plenty of content to ride on, even if you get on here on the 360 version. But I think everybody that really plays these arcade games, really, you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't go in there and actually play the 360 version and feel what that shit feels like. You know, take away all that handicap stuff, like that little setting where it's quick turn on the handlebars, you know, the little setting in there. You got to have it as quick as it'll go, so you get maximum turning potential. And then obviously, I think is the other one like a brake setting or a throttle response? I can't remember exactly. I think it may be how touchy your brakes are. But you certainly want to have that little handlebar turning setting on maximum. Look at that rut. The old rut daddy fatty. This track is so good for those little, just perfect little scrub jumps. Oh my God, the poor fatty eating. She's eating on this dry shit. Oh, taking the Baggett around Tomac line right now. It's kind of sick. There's just something about the old Reflex, dog. Something about it. But even when I play the PC version of Reflex, it's like there's something about it just can't keep me quite as invested. Like I'm saying, with the different feeling of it, it just doesn't. I mean, yeah, it's fun to go ride on all the different custom tracks and stuff, but it's something weird different with that port just doesn't keep me as invested in it as the 360 version does. It's like this game was made for an Xbox 360. That's basically what it feels like to me. Nice little rut ski. That's got to be the last lap, right? Nope. I may have set this to like 30 laps. I have no clue. All right, let me pause this, look at chat real quick. What's up, boys tuning in? Appreciate you. Snowcross. Yeah, that'd be interesting. New Snowcross update. I appreciate you, Holden. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, this game has to have the best stock tracks. Like, I mean, come on now. I mean, come on now. All right, we're going to get on the Shima. We're going to get on a Sandy. We're just going to let it rip. I mean, look at that, dog. Like, are you kidding me? I just feel like you can't really whip like that on the PC version. It just doesn't. There's something about it's like it doesn't turn as aggressively right off the face or something. It's like this weird, almost delayed turning over the jump faces on the PC version. I still just can't figure out why that is. All right, I'll let all these guys get in front of me at least. Take a little look-ski at the AI. I mean, this was literally basically a Southwick replica for Reflex. Like, come on now. The best sand track in any dirt bike game ever right here. And it ain't even close. This is the most realistic sand, terrain deformation in sand, deep sand feeling that you're going to have in any game out there, period. Simulator, it don't matter. Any of them. It is the best sand, Southwick style track in any game. Gotta love those little scrubs, baby. Got old Ricky out here. Oh, Ricky went for a fucking... He jumped that little yellow tire right there up to the moon real quick. That was kind of funny. Yeah, it's not the boat in Supercross. Now he's jumping tires. Man, whoever was designing these physics in this game, where you at, baby? Where you at? Come back. Where you at? It's just a never-ending skill gap filling, which is rare in an arcade dirt bike game. Fucking rare. Most time you only get that filling in simulators. This is the one arcade game that really gives you that kind of feeling. The other ones have a little bit of it. You know, Live's got some of it. You know, some of them have some of that feeling, but not to this extent. There's just it just feels like you can constantly hit a different line or scrub the bike a little more or hit it in a little bit of a different spot, or, you know, it's just like constantly feels like that. Go a little faster, spin just a little less, arc the corner a little tighter or in a specific way to go faster. You know, it's just like constantly feeling like there's more to the game when you're playing it. Then you get into racing your buddies and it just, you know, gets like that tenfold. That's when it becomes really fun. You get on there on split screen. That's almost a sad thing, really, that nowadays pretty much everybody plays this game on PC because everybody has a PC. Nobody really has a 360 anymore, you know? So everybody's experiencing Reflex on that PC port, right? And it's just not what I think of when I think of the real feeling of Reflex. So it's kind of sad that a lot of people, you know, experience it that way. It was kind of like Reflex was torn in between two different worlds where, you know, it was in between that where everybody was on a console and then people started drifting over to PC. You know, it was kind of in the middle of that. This game came out in like 09, I think, or 08. And back in them days, everybody had a console. Everybody's playing on console. That was what you played on. That was back in the Modern Warfare 2 days, right? So consoles were huge. So this game was mainly made for the consoles. And then, you know, then they came out with it on PC later on, and that's when it started to all change. And then now everybody has a PC, so now everybody plays not really what I consider the true version of Reflex. It's like everybody's playing on a port of Reflex. Sim is best. I appreciate that, RS250YZ. Appreciate that, bruh. We're just out here ripping it and tater chipping it. Appreciate you boys tuning in. Sorry, we've been having some issues with the streams here lately, so trying to get everything going again. We'll see if this stream can run longer than an hour. Really hoping that it will. Holy ruts. Dude, I could just sit here and ride on this like till infinity and beyond. There is something about this track when it starts getting rutted like this. It's just like, You just get lost in it, bro. That's the thing about Reflex. You get lost in the gameplay. You forget about the rest of the world, you know? I don't seem to get lost in the gameplay very much in those newer Milestone games. I'm just going to keep it real with you, bro. I don't get lost in the gameplay very much in those. MX Sim will do it to you, too. MX Bikes will do it to you a little bit. Alive will do it to you a little bit. But, like, a lot of them newer Milestones just don't really do it for me. But they're starting to get it around. They are starting to get some of them games, you know, more of a feeling on the bike and stuff like that. So, but it is certainly taking them some time. Starting to finally get some kind of an error physics system going and shit like that. It's weird how we've kind of went backwards. You know, Reflex was 10 years ahead of its time, and then we've went backwards, and then now everything's trying to, like, catch back up to what Reflex already was 10 years ago. It's fucking weird. Rut, fatties, and this gets that big-ass rut right there. Then you can go all the way around the ruts if you want. You know, you still have that option. Big old rut fatty. Woo! Let me slide a little. Slip, slide. So you can always do like this right here too. You can go, like, look at that. Look at the time I just saved. Holy. I mean, this is just like pure fun to me. Like, it don't get much more fun than this right here. You know, MX Sim gets all sweaty and, like, you know, you got to focus really hard. I feel like this kind of gameplay right here is like that perfect, not having to be like super laser focused, but at the same time, it's like keeps you, you know, engaged. It's a cool little balance. And I mean, come on, man. Them other games don't even come close with terrain deformation. There is no other dirt bike game out there that even comes close to the terrain deformation of this right here. Not even close. I'm talking about MX Sim ain't even close. None of these simulators are close. None of these newer arcade games are close. They're not even close. That is one thing you just can't really deny about. Look how far you can jump. Oh, man. There's just always another level to hit. There's always another gear to hit. There's always another dimension to warp to. It's just insane. Yeah, I can definitely fight this sand a little better with this bike than I could the Dokomoto. Seems to not upset itself so much when you got it a little more on the acceleration versus top speed. Seems to be a little more, like, not so fight back, you know. That top speed setup's really made more for, like, Pine Top, you know, Armadillo Flats, you know, some of those kind of tracks. Boys, I am looking at chat, but I'm big vibing on some Southwick replica on Reflex. Oh wait, it's Sandwick. But that's what was cool, is like, you, even with the stock tracks of Reflex, you almost had, you know, real life pro motocross replica tracks. That's what was so cool about it. Go all the way around that rut. Holy. All right, let's go to a different track here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. $230s are okay for a first bike. Yeah, the problem with the 230 though is like you definitely don't want to take it to a track because you're not gonna be able to jump anything. I'm guessing you're talking about like a CR 230 street and trail. Trust me, from experience, you're not gonna be able to jump anything on it. So it's you know, you got to be careful getting on a track that's not made to be on a track. Damn, got us a super chat here from, I don't even know how to say your name. Kimizin. I'm not even going to attempt it, bro. He gave me $2. I don't know what the R beside it means exactly, but he says, Motocross Madness 2 equals GOAT. Hey, guess what, man? I'm actually thinking about checking out Motocross Madness 3. Or what is second? I'm getting a little confused in my head. Not Motocross Madness. Mad Skills Motocross 3, right? Motocross Madness goes way back. Motocross Madness on PC, right? I'm thinking about Mad Skills Motocross. Got him a little confused in my head there. Dude, I appreciate that donation, though. Big dog status. Oh, my God. Clip it. Oh, man. The 360 backflip, like, instantaneously. Yeah, that's what's been so piss poor about the milestone games for a while now. Is just like, where the hell's the terrain deformation in them games? It's just non-existent, basically. Giggity. I appreciate that super chat, though, dude. Appreciate you big time. Obviously, I read off any of the super chats. Just letting you guys know. Yeah. Motocross Madness 2 is from way the hell back. I had Motocross Madness 2 on PC, and I played it on a keyboard. It's fucking kick-ass, dude. The bikes were, like, weirdly enough, sounded kind of realistic. You know, the two-strokes. It's kind of funny. Yeah, then there's Mad Skills Motocross on the damn, on mobile. I think they got Mad Skills Motocross 1, 2, and 3. I think the 3 is pretty new. I was thinking about actually checking that out at some point. Man, that feels good to get a super chat when I don't have a whole lot of people in chat. That feels good. Anytime I go in here and like start a stream one day and then something happens with the first stream and I have to disconnect and start up another stream, if for whatever reason the second stream that I do that day never like seems to get the same numbers that it would have, you know? I don't know if it's like YouTube has already kind of sent out all them notifications for that first stream, so then they don't send out as many for the second one. I have no clue. Absolutely no clue. Couldn't tell you. Oh my God. Boy, you can scrub daddy off that. I gotta hit it right though. And this was a cool track that had the little wet spots on it, little muddy spots. Thought that was a cool little addition to have some of the tracks that had that, and then have really dry tracks and have sand tracks. You know, they kind of had like, pretty much went through all the different rounds of, you know, dirt compounds. Every track just felt so different in this game. Ooh, that was fast right there. Did you see that? Landed in a wheelie and like almost didn't even come off the ground on that tabletop. You can do just like weird little shit like that in this game that feels like you know, you just can't really do quite as much. Then you can actually hook this all the way to the water. I don't know if I can do it with this setup, but I know you can. All right, let me pause this right quick. Ski here, brothers. Yeah, I hope they don't make it super bouncy. Yeah. So let me see how long we've been streaming here. I'll let everybody get back in front of me here. Hang on. Yeah, I'll let these dudes pass me again. So we've been streaming for a pretty good amount of time here, I believe. If anybody can tell me how long I've been streaming, I'd appreciate that. I apparently can't find that. But we've been streaming for a good little minute here. So what it's been doing on the past like 4 or 5 streams that I've done is it'll stream perfectly fine for right around an hour. You know, once it gets to that hour mark, what happens is the gameplay will freeze, and then but the audio will still be there. That's what it's been doing. It'll just freeze the gameplay, but then the audio will still be fine. But it doesn't freeze the gameplay for me. It just freezes it on the stream. So that's the difference, you know. Damn, these tracks. Like, oh, baby. Oh, baby. Fun is like, I don't even know if that's the right word for this, to be honest. Replayable is really the main word I would put to this right here. Replayable. There's a big-ass rhythm you can hit on that, too. My phone just died, so that's kind of fun. 46 minutes. Okay, we've not even been streaming for an hour yet. Okay. So we'll see if it cuts out here at the hour point again. Hopefully it won't, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to try to get a lot more consistent with these streams, and we'll get back into damn near daily streams. I need to kind of figure out a bit of a schedule with it. Like, I need to figure out, like, some days upload a video and then stream, and kind of, you know, some days just stream. Oh my God, the speed you can carry. When you really get on the gas around some of these corners on the outside, holy. I mean, it's unreal, dude. Reflex is one of those, it's kind of hard for me to look at chat while I'm actually playing, you know? There's not a whole lot of intermission time in dirt bike games unless you're like changing the track. It's pretty much the only intermission time. You can't really. And I guess you can look over at chat while you hit a jump, like a tear off, I guess. But all right, let's hit a different track here, boys. Hey, got another super chat here from Chad O. Hit me with the $10. He says, thanks to Svency Boy for always keeping it real. Talk on all these dirt bike games. Thanks to Svency Boy for always keeping it real talk on all these dirt bike games. There we go. That's how I was supposed to say it. Yeah, man. I mean, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. Yeah, you don't always have to agree with my opinion, but there is so many of these YouTubers that just do not say it like it needs to be said. They just don't. I really appreciate that $10, man. Means a lot. Means the world to me. And I actually mean that because $10 is a lot for me in a stream. I really appreciate that, buddy. Oh, by the way, my memberships, I can't remember how much they are. I think they're like $9 or something like that. So, you know, something to consider before you do a super chat of that amount so that you can at least get the perks with that. Yeah, I really appreciate that, dude. Okay. Let's see. And then the DLC tracks were really good in this game too. You know? I was, fairly impressed with the DLC on this thing. Damn, dog. Shout out to Chad O. $10 donation. Big hoss status. Big dog status. Thinking about doing some MX Simulator live streams here coming up soon. I've been getting back in there riding some outdoors on that, so be sure you got that notification bell hit on my channel and keep you notified on that. I want to do some MX Sim streams, some more MX Bikes multiplayer streams, obviously. Still got to get that dedicated server going on that. Woo! I love that little double scrub you can get, or these like little spots where it's like a single into a, like, and then into another smaller jump. You can kind of like scrub and then bounce, scrub, snap, scrub again after it. Oh my God, I'm talking so nerdy reflex talk right now. Oh man. You can scrub the shit out of that jump. This is motocross right here, dude. This is motocross right here. There was such a cool thing with Reflex that felt like real, but at the same time, like, felt good as far as an arcade game, you know? All these newer games get so caught up in that, trying to make it, like, exact one-to-one scaling, realistic. It loses all the fun factor, dude. You know, the good old fun factor? Hell yeah. Oh, there's a fast-ass line you can hit going on top of that table right there. And it's the line option, dude. I mean, God. That is such a missing thing in those MXGP games. It's not even funny. And I ain't talking about that 1 in a million. You've sat there and hit that exact same spot 3 trillion times to hit one different line on one track. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just the different lines flowing in every corner in the terrain deformation, then developing multiple other lines. That's where Reflex shines. Let me rap real quick. Oh, Big Daddy. Oh my God, love that snap scrub. Get that little bit of roughness in that corner. That was always fun. You can actually jump all the way down that too. It's like a triple right there. Man, Reflex takes some focus if you really want to go fast. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat right at this second. Got this thing front wheeled through the corner. Oh, man, just letting this poor fatty eat, brother. Letting her eat and rip. Oh, pop off that little dragon's back braking bump up the hill. Woo! Woo! Let's use that little banner as a barrier. Let's just sauce it. Oh, brother. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The Spency boy's getting it back. He's getting it back, dudes and dudeskies. Of course, you can hit a big-ass jump right there. A lot of the bigger jumps are not necessarily worth it, though, because obviously too much air time. You can go like this, too. A lot of fast dudes do stuff like that, you know. They'll basically just cut the whole corner. Like, if you ever see fast laps in this game, it literally looks like this. They just cut every corner, basically. I don't like to play this game like that. I know that, you know, it may not be necessarily the best for fast laps, but I like to actually hit the corners instead of skip the corners. But that's just me. You know, I may be a few seconds off as far as the fastest lap time ever, but I kind of actually like to bang the corners a little, you know. All right, let's slow down and let these dudes catch up here a little bit. Yeah, MX Sim is definitely another one of those that's kind of tough to get bored with, you know. I think what caused a lot of people to stop playing MX Sim is they just hit a certain wall, you know, and then they feel like they can't get over that wall, so then it kind of sends them off course a little bit, and they don't, you know, stick with it quite as much. Yeah, like how slow is Slow Mac going to be this week? Probably pretty slow, dude. I don't know. If he gets another 2/10, I'm literally going to shit in my britches, dude. Like, not even playing around. Woo! Man, they certainly got, I don't know how you could get a better scrub system than Reflexes. I literally don't know how it could be better. In an arcade game, obviously it's not a simulator, right? But for an arcade game, I literally just can't figure a way that you could get the scrub system better than the way it feels on the 360 version of Reflex specifically. I don't know how you could get it any better. Like, this was the best scrub system, period. The way that you can snap to the ground, but yet every time you do it, it just feels a little bit different every time. You know, it's like every time you come off that face, just feels a little bit different. It feels endless, like the rest of the game. You know, whereas a lot of these newer games, they get caught up in that every time you whip or scrub, feels like you're doing the same, looks the same, feels the same, you know, hitting a button, playing an animation type shit. I think they could have made that berm a little bigger in that corner to kind of even out that section. Oh, let's do a little spinach. And this jump, you can always toss it on that. Woo! Oh, man, riding the wheelie all the way up to the jump. I look like these little kids on their 85s on Instagram. Oh, ride that wheelie, baby. They definitely have this game where the wheelie systems just got that perfect little skill gap filling to it, too. So it's like you kind of get scared when you're riding a wheelie going that fast in here on this game. It's kind of like, oh, shit. All right, let's hit a different track here, brother. Appreciate you guys tuning in to this weird second stream of the day here. YouTube's like, all right, we've sent out enough notifications for you, Spence. We're not sending out any more, bro. So yeah, Moto Mika basically just went back to the old capture card because I knew I wasn't having that mic problem on that one. So that's what I did here. Just went back to the old capture card. So we may still have the issue of stream cutting out an hour into the stream. Certainly may still have that. But either way, I had to stream again today. I couldn't let it end on that. Couldn't let it end on that note. We got to hit at least one Supercross, baby. And you already know where we're going. You already know. You already know. Well, YouTube's telling me I have an excellent connection to this, so we're getting close. We're approaching the 1 hour mark here, I believe, so we are going to see if the stream will stay steady. Yeah, I hope Sexton can race through all the Supercross races. Yo, what the hell's going on with Cincerillo, dude? Like, what the hell? Cincerillo, he like keeps doing this weird shit where he will like just barely crash the bike, you know? Like just barely lose the front end. He is literally the king of losing his front end. I swear. Like, it's like, just stay on the bike, bro, and you'll win the race. Just hold the bike up and you'll win the race. That's all you got to do. That's the same way with Jeremy Martin, too. Just hold the damn bike up and you'll win everything. Oh, fatty. Right off the bat. Oh, fatty. Oh, my God. Hit the toughie. Yeah. Spency boy at the big line right off the bat. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Not again. Holy. This setup works on this track. Let me just say that. This setup definitely works here. Oh, let me mess that up real quick. Yeah, like the past 5 streams that I did, the stream will freeze right at like anywhere from an hour to an hour and 10 minutes into the stream. That's where it'll freeze up the gameplay on stream. I almost think it's just something going on with you on YouTube's end or something. I don't know. I think there's a lot of weird things going on YouTube's end with streaming right now because they're, you know, they have the go live thing, which is different than what you used to stream on. It was kind of like they've been definitely updating things and changing things, so I'm sure there's little bugs and shit in there as well. See if we can hit this fatty again. Gotta rail that outside. Hell yeah. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, bro. There just ain't much of a better feeling than that right there, I tell you. I've had some good feelings on MX Sim, but that right there feels good, bro. All right, we'll let these guys pass us here again. The old Fort Dodge. We're down here at the Dodge. Boys, I appreciate you tuning in the stream. Also want to give a shout out to the dudes that gave super chats here. Chad O and Kimizin. Appreciate you boys supporting the smaller content creator out here. Got to give them a shout out. I will be doing a lot more for my Dude Ski memberships as well here in the near future. So be sure and hit that join button and it'll show you everything that you get with that. Gives you an invite to the Dude Ski roll in my Discord, which I'm going to start getting on a lot more. Was that Michael Lessie? Thought I saw 800 on that bike. May not have, but looked like it. It's just hard to say. Like, there's all kinds of things that can cause problems in a live stream. Like, it is unbelievable how many different things can cause the slightest little issue. Even though that I'm on a cable connection, 400 megs down, 50 megs up, which is more than enough to live stream on, even still, it's like there can be times of, you know, where that connection changes just a little bit, or like any little thing can really affect a stream. Sometimes it's just as simple as it's either on YouTube's end or it's on your cable internet's end, and there's not really much you can do about it at the time, you know. Oh, come up a little short there. If you come up short, you can still do a triple quad. Just a little different different rhythm there. You can actually, oh my God, you can do like a double, then a triple. Got a couple different options there. Man, this setup right here flows on this, dog. This setup, that kind of like I can tell the bike has perfect acceleration to top speed ratio right here because it's not spinning anywhere, and I basically have the throttle wide open. It's just not spinning. It's just going in a straight line. If I rode that Shima that I had that I was riding on Sandwick, it wouldn't have been the same. Wouldn't have been the same difference here. Oh, babies. Oh, scrub daddy. Then you got this hella awesome whoop section. My PC's fans are coming on right now. Oh, did we get the magical freeze? Did we finally get it? There she goes. There she goes. Got to be a YouTube thing. So, yeah, so to put it into perspective, my recording software that I'm streaming with is still recording this perfectly fine, and it's not frozen on my screen. It's just on YouTube. It's just what you guys are seeing is frozen. It's still running it totally fine for me, and it's still recording it totally fine for me. So it's not on my end. I'm telling you, boys. I just don't know how it could be my CPU if it's still, you know, looks like good to me and still fluent gameplay flowing, recording it properly and everything. I don't know how it could be my CPU if that's the case. I really don't know. So is this something that's happening with other people's streams on YouTube right now as well, or what's the deal? Because I may have to hit up YouTube and actually talk to them about it a little bit. Because I've never had this problem before, by the way. I'm connected directly into the modem, 400 megs down, 50 megs up, cable connection, like CPU that can handle anything. CPU is using 22%, 19% right now, 18. CPU is using 18%. Just to give you a little 18%. So, you tell me. Yeah, not a hardware problem. See, people don't understand, like, I've had a lot of people hitting me up saying stuff like, Spencer, go in OBS and change this or change that. First of all, I don't even use OBS at all. I use Elgato HD capture card for it on PC. So I don't even use OBS, and a lot of people don't realize that even though it's frozen on the stream, it's not frozen for me. It's only frozen on the stream. I know a lot of people were talking about CPU. Man, it's probably your CPU. No, the hell it's not. It's not, bro. I'm just telling you, it's not. I don't really know how to fix this at this point. I've done everything I can on my end. Literally everything. So, yeah. Either way, I guess we'll just have to stick to doing hour streams right now and uploading videos. That's all I can do. But I'll try to go in there and hit up the support on YouTube and try to talk to them guys a little bit about it and see what's going on. See if they're, having a bunch of other people complaining about it or not. But, yeah, guys, appreciate you guys tuning into this stream. Be back on that next one, bro. Yeah, it always happens around the 1 hour mark, Brandon Watkins. If so, then it's most likely a YouTube problem. Yeah. It literally happens almost to a T on the hour mark. Like within 5 to 10 minutes after the hour mark. I've changed modems. I've upgraded modems. I've done everything like new drivers on graphics card, updated everything, re-downloaded software for the capture card. I mean, I've done everything. And it's still doing the exact same thing. So, either way, all right, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Be back on that next one, brothers.